Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of That's a Podcast. Little quick warning for y'all, this episode does contain discussions that may not be suitable for all listeners, as we will be discussing topics related to poop. Listener discretion is advised.
Maybe we should have started with this. Welcome to That's a Podcast. It stopped. I woke up. I was a little sad, but I was dead. Like, my sleep paralysis demon literally said, like, I'm out. No horny for you.
I've never personally killed someone, but from people who I've talked to who have killed people, it's hard. And not like saying like I go and like talk to serial killers. I'm saying like people who are in the military and have like killed people, you know.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Hello everyone.
That was very alien, very extraterrestrial.
Oh yeah, like the greetings?
Greetings
everyone.
Like this.
Can you do the, when people go like middle finger, index finger, and then switch it to that way?
I guess I can.
Pinky and ring.
Maybe with this hand.
Oh, there you go.
Nope,
never mind. Hello everyone. Welcome to That's a Podcast. How are we doing today, you know?
Joining us from around the globe.
Yes, of course.
Transcontinental, is that it?
It might be it.
Like, I don't know.
The
Transatlantic Railroad.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, Kyle, are you talking about Manifest Destiny?
Oh.
Anyways, so, wow. Remember last time how we were talking about Arizona drivers?
Yeah.
And, offensive versus defensive driving?
Uh-huh.
So I was a little late here to the podcast studio. I was definitely on the offensive type of driver
like
on my
Mad
way
Max.
here. Just a little bit. Although I've actually never seen Mad Max.
Not even the new one.
No, not even the new one.
Dang.
Yeah, I haven't seen. There's an old one.
There's 3 old ones. They're from like the 80s.
Oh, dang.
I'm not sure. The first one might be older than the 80s.
I actually had no idea.
They're Mel Gibson, and then the new one is Tom Hardy.
Oh, dang.
And that one came out in 2015, I think.
Yes.
So,
I do remember when it came out.
Charlize Theron.
Don't you actually like that movie a lot?
I like all of them.
Okay.
For a long time, I said Mad Max 2. Road Warrior is my favorite.
Road Warrior.
Yeah, it's called The Road Warrior. It could be called Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. That's my favorite. It's my favorite of the series. I said it was my favorite movie for a long time. It's hard to pick favorite movies.
Yeah,
though,
that's fair. That's fair. Speaking of warriors, if you're a Pueblo warrior out there, once a warrior, always a warrior. Okay. I just thought about that. And I was like, dang, I don't tend to hear warrior that often. That's why.
Warrior.
So shout out to all my Pueblo
That was your mascot? That was the mascot of your school? Or
Okay. So it used to be a warrior, yes. So it was actually like a person in like a Native American costume.
Yeah.
They got canceled, and so they ended up switching over to the a wolf.
Oh.
Yeah, to a wolf.
Of course.
To a wolf. And it's so funny too because it wasn't. If I remember correctly, it wasn't even the Native Americans that were upset about it. Like it was white people, I think. So I was just like, okay, cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The Wolves, that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
My elementary school was the Wolves. West Park Wolves.
West Park Wolves. I had, middle school was the Pister Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah, we were little Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a saber cat?
A saber cat, like as a mascot?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I mean, a saber cat.
we have a wildcat now.
That's true.
But
my high school mascot was the Pride.
The Pride,
and it was 2 lions.
Okay.
Well, the picture has 3. It has a male lion and then 2 female lions.
Is there like a secret affair that's going on? What's going on?
I don't know because we only had 2 mascots.
Okay.
So we had a boy and a girl lion.
Okay.
So.
Where did the third one come in?
I don't know. It was just in the picture. So, yeah. And like literally, it's like home of the Pride. Like that's like what our title is because it's like supposed to be like family.
So cute.
I don't know.
Little Lion King Pride there. That's cute. That's pretty nice. Speaking of Pister, a lot of y'all may have known this too. A little bit on some unfortunate news. My cat is missing right now. Yeah, Peaches. We all love Peaches very much, but yeah, she'd be missing. She was last seen around Pister Middle School. We're talking about her right now, so I was like, okay. So she was seen around Pister Middle School, and on good news, it was definitely confirmed from like families and like neighbors that I was talking through around there. So I've just been looking.
Okay.
I've just been looking.
Is there a lot of like stray cats in that area? Or?
There is a decent amount actually,
Okay.
like from what I was talking to, because there's like, oh my god, I counted like about 7 different alleyways that just go through the backyard of every house. So I've been looking through there, and whenever I look through there, I do see some like stray cats.
Okay.
But hey, who knows? Like I just have to trust Peaches. I've been doing everything I can. I already did a lot of missing posters. She is microchipped. I've been pretty active about this. But
get her on the milk cartons. Get her on the milk cartons.
I heard people, you could do it on the cigarette cartons.
Oh,
it's
really?
a lot more seen, yeah. We should be doing it on cigarette cartons anyways. Or just for like missing people in general, because when you think about it, why don't we do that for like missing people? Because who be outside all the time, people watching? People who smoke cigarettes. You just gonna
I'm
outside.
always outside people watching, and I don't smoke cigarettes, but
okay, that's fair.
Well, hopefully you'll find her.
Yeah.
Have you seen Puss in Boots, the new movie?
I haven't seen the new one.
Okay, I won't say any spoilers, but it reminded me of something from the movie, so that I won't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
On good news, kind of funny, but we gotta laugh about this, just to keep our hopes up. But in good news, I didn't cut her nails like the last 2 weeks, so at least she got some defense. Who knows? Maybe
very
at this
true.
point if she comes back.
I mean, I got a scar from her, so yeah.
Listen, she was trying to mark you as property though. She's like, I like tall white boys.
I'm dead. And my backpack. I'm
and your
pretty sure she just
backpack.
wanted my backpack. That's all she wanted from me.
Yeah. What if she comes back with a gang of cats? She's just like, hey yo pops, look what I came here with, food. I'm
What
like,
would you
damn
do?
Peach.
What would you do? 20 new cats show up at your door.
That'd be crazy. I don't know what I'd do.
You'd be like, well,
That's Peaches. You can go hang out with your friends later.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I understand how you feel about this. I'm like, fuck.
Oh.
Listen. Oh no. Little Discord
my
kitten
gosh.
came out. My bad.
no.
I'm just kidding.
My headphones keep falling. Hang on, real quick.
My headphones are kind of big
Yeah.
too.
They
Who was
feel
in the
weird,
studio
yeah.
before? A Stewie? Come on.
No, for real. They kept sliding back down my head.
Oh my god! On my way here, I was walking here in the library. What are the cat machines called? The cat prints.
Yeah.
Yes. This poor
Stewie
soul.
was there?
No, not
okay.
Stewie. I'd be fine if it was Stewie. It was this it was a student, and she. Oh, I saw I was walking and I saw on her screen, 83 pages.
No.
And they were colored.
No.
Oh my goodness. She spent well over $100 right now on some
Dang.
type of report. I was like,
whatever you got to do for the grade.
dude, no, literally. She spent whole semester not printing any of her work to be like, all right, I'm finally caught up.
Yeah.
She was like us in that one class where we
No, literally.
decided
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You said 83?
I counted 83.
What if it was her master's thesis?
It
I
could
heard
have
that they're
been.
usually around
Yeah.
that long.
Okay, yeah.
And it is around the time that they
Oh,
be
like a
finishing up.
dissertation?
Yeah.
She don't look that old though. Maybe she just
Maybe
I don't know.
what do they do in undergraduate capstones? Maybe it's a capstone report.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn, blessed that I didn't have to.
No,
I didn't have to do a
literally.
capstone.
I don't have to either.
I was talking to my other undergrads, friends, when I was.
Didn't Willis have to do
Yes,
it?
yeah, and they were telling me about it. I was like, gross. What? No, I don't
know.
want to do that.
What is this supposed to be accumulation of
I don't
everything you
even
learned? or
know.
something?
I just
Yeah.
feel like, don't even talk to me. I learned that the U of A is not for us sometimes. That's what I learned. I learned about housing. That's what I learned.
dead.
I learned about the fake bitches. That's what I learned. Anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, we're here to have a great time.
We are. Well, good luck to that girl. Hopefully, she doesn't already have a lot of tuition debt because now she's going to be in printer debt. So,
Yeah.
printering's expensive though. So,
Yeah. The lady that I went to Office Max to print some missing posters for Peaches. And the lady was really sweet, and she didn't charge me for
nice.
all of them. Yeah, she was
Nice.
telling me about how she had cats and all that stuff. So she was being very empathetic. So I was like, shout out to her.
That's good.
Thank you so much.
we all need a little bit of kindness.
Sometimes, yeah.
In the world, especially in today's world. Today's world, I don't know what's going on sometimes.
Bro, people just be
I'm gonna
hating.
tell all of you right now, if I ever catch any of y'all acting like that, you're gonna wish you weren't born. Like that's what you're gonna wish because this world's too crazy. Act with kindness. Be compassionate to each other.
Yeah, like we truly have such. It's so beautiful to be alive. You know, up to a certain point. You know, there's beauty in both ugliness and in beauty. Like there needs to be ugly shit in the world in order for us to appreciate the beauty of it.
It's all about balance.
Yes.
I don't mean to quote Thanos, but
balance, that's all things should be.
Yes.
I don't mean to quote genocide sometimes, but you know.
It's just fictional
Yeah,
genocide. So
that's fair. But yeah, be compassionate, be kind.
But also stand up for yourself. Like,
Yeah. Don't let people fucking toss you around.
Exactly.
Unless it's in the bedroom. That's a whole other story.
unless you don't like that and it's like...
Unless it's consensual,
Yeah.
obviously. There we go.
Yeah, I was about to say. But yeah.
Speaking of like life, I guess, and like just I have a question for you, Kyle.
Okay.
What's one of the most memorable moments that you have in life?
Well, I for some reason I do remember a lot of things.
Okay, that's good.
I do have, which is why I'm scared of Alzheimer's and dementia.
Oh, me too. I am terrified of it. I am terrified of it.
I love my memories. I think my memories are like memories to ourselves are really the only thing we own. And I mean,
Damn,
gosh,
wait, that was kind of deep.
It's true. It's true. That's why. But like
sit on that
with
real quick.
Alzheimer's and dementia, that's what makes it scary.
Yeah.
So, memorable moments though. Gosh, I've had a lot of memorable moments. I do remember my first memory.
Okay.
I'll give a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about my first memory
Okay.
too right now.
My first
Okay.
memory is kind of funny. So I was like 3 or 4 years old, like the typical time where people normally start like remembering things. And I was living up in Phoenix in a condo with my parents.
Whoa. Okay.
And I had a little sandbox in our like tiny backyard. And I was obsessed with Bob the Builder.
Okay.
And I had all the Bob the Builder toys.
I love that.
And I was like, Mom, let me go outside and play in the sandbox with my Bob the Builder toys. Because obviously, where else would you play with the toys?
Yeah.
Like, Mom, it was cloudy outside, like overcast. And I was
Okay,
like,
a little bit of overcast, kind of cinematic.
She was like, okay, you can go outside, but as soon as it starts raining, you need to come inside. I get outside, I set up all my toys. It started raining. And I had to go back inside, and I was mad.
Dang.
So my first memory is one of disappointment. I don't know if that like...
You know what?
know.
I can empathize with that. So my first memory, I was also in Phoenix. I was living with my parents. Obviously, I'd hope so. You know, I was also like 3, 4. And I remember I was in the front yard and I was collecting ladybugs.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, kind of cute.
Yeah,
you know, it was
very
just
peaceful
like,
too.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Kid
ladybugs.
innocence,
Yeah,
like
and I was
that's,
like, okay, so I'm getting the ladybugs and I'm just like catching them. I'm catching them. And oh my God, I caught like 8, 10, like I caught a bunch, right? And I was just holding them and I was like, I'm going to put them in a cup. Okay. Like give them a home. I'll put some leaves in there, some rocks.
Yes,
I was a
we love doing
3-year-old
that as
building
kids.
an
Yes.
ecosystem. Would you look at that, right? I open up my hands. Apparently, I didn't know this. What 3-year-old knows this?
Yeah, okay.
They released some type of gas or something.
Okay. I didn't
they all
even know
died in my hands. I committed genocide
Oh my God.
as a 3-year-old. And that's my first memory.
There was no survivors.
There was no survivors.
How did you feel? Did you cry?
I cried.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I cried. Yeah. And then my second memory is me chewing cinnamon gum. That's
Cinnamon gum is
yeah.
an interesting gum, so I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how, but I just remember that. I was just like, damn, these poor ladybugs.
R.I.P. They didn't even get to live in their new home.
It's the thought that counts. You know?
Did you ever, when you were a kid, like do I don't know, like the way to word this, but like basically build empires for like insects?
Build empires for insects? I caused wars for insects.
Okay. I mean, that's part of
Mexico,
empire building.
Yeah,
so.
in Mexico, there was by my tia's house in La Marte Regómez. That's where a little town that I grew up in. My tia Meli, she had this house that was right next to a canal.
Okay.
And so there was a lot of like active, you know, just insects there.
Yeah,
there was some fish sometimes. There was a big ecosystem. Yeah. Well, there was also two ginormous colonies of ants. There was both black ants and like red ants. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I remember that I was like, what would happen if I put like a black ant in the red ant colony and a red ant in a like black ant colony? And so I did that. And what evolved in front of me was nothing but chaos. They started all fighting.
Yeah.
Like they all
was it like the big red ants?
It was big red ants and it was small red ants, yes. But there was also flying ants.
Oh.
And so they were dude, it was like on some World of Wars. Yes. I started the insect World Wars, apparently. I'm sorry. But I really
ant
did.
Civil War.
Yeah. They started fighting and I'm just like, damn. And I'm seeing like just flying ants just like diving down and picking up other shit. Gosh. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Did you have to like back up? Because...
Yes, I did. I was like, I'm not trying to get stuck.
No,
here.
for real. Wow.
Yeah, so it was a good time, but yeah, that was It's fun story also in that canal, in that same like place area. My turtle ran away.
No.
My pet turtle ran away. I left him in the front yard to sunbathe.
And he just was like, I'm out.
He just ran.
Peace.
Like, he was there and then he wasn't there. And I didn't really see like any like cats or like anything that could have like picked him up, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, he definitely like ran into the lake and just...
He just wanted to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swims.
I want to be free.
Yep. He just swam away.
Yeah. I don't know if he could swim.
I think turtles always can swim, no?
I didn't teach him how to swim, so I hope he just knew.
It's like dogs. Like if you throw a dog, well, I mean, don't throw your dog like in the water, but I feel like dogs are able to swim.
Yeah.
I pushed my dog in the pool.
Oh my goodness, Kyle.
That's okay.
And so that's where we're ending it today.
It was a long while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I wanted him to come in the pool with me, and he wouldn't come. And I was like, get in the pool. And so I pushed him in, and then he swam and got out before I could get back in. I was like, seriously?
Damn.
And then we weren't friends for like 2 minutes, and then we were friends.
And then
again,
you're besties again.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, it's a dog.
Yeah.
You can't really hold a grudge against a dog.
No.
At least you shouldn't.
Speaking of like good memorable moments too, I want to talk a little bit about Alaska.
Oh yes.
I was fortunate enough to be one of the students that was elected to go to an expedition, a 25-day expedition to Alaska, right? This was back in high school. I was a junior. It was for a program called STEP, Student Expedition Program.
Okay. I didn't know that's what it stood for. I think that's the first time I finally found out what that stood for.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea either, but yeah. So did STEP and it was me and 24 other students, although with my group itself it was only 12 students, right? All of them were females, and it was just me and another male, right? His name's Sam. Shout out Sam.
Okay.
That's important because they ended up for like our tents. They put like all the girls together in like 2 tents, so they were like however many.
Yeah.
And it was just me and Sam in a single like decent medium-sized tent.
Okay.
It was cold in Alaska.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, all the girls they're chilling with each other with all that body heat, body temperature to keep them warm at night. Sam and I were over here fucking snuggling, just like, damn, are we making it through the night? Like, we have to. We're eating potatoes in the morning. We have to. So yeah, we got to snuggle a lot in Alaska. But it was strange because like a week and a half in, we got acclimated so fast. Like in terms of like the weather.
Oh, okay.
Like we were in shorts. I was shirtless, swimming in like fucking 40-degree like waters. Like it was like ice water. Like we had icebergs there, and we were just chilling there. Like it was weird.
That's insane.
We got acclimated so quickly. It was awesome.
My bones would hurt. Like I'll go in water that's like below 60 degrees and my bones hurt.
Yeah.
So
actually,
that's crazy.
2 of my most memorable moments in my life were actually in Alaska too.
Okay.
The first one that I think of was because we had kayaks to go around through every island. We would go to a new island to like camp out somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
And we had 2 free days to be in an island, so everyone could just do what they wanted. Some people went hiking, other people stayed in the big tent to just play like cards.
Okay.
And what Sam and I did is that with one of the instructors, we got to use the instructor kayaks, right? Which is really cool because all the other kayaks that we've been used to were 2-seater kayaks. We had 2 seats in the kayaks, right? I don't know why I said 2-seaters. I don't know if that's how you say it.
I would assume
2-seaters?
Yeah,
anyways. So 2 seats, but with the instructors, it was a single seat. So it felt super swift, and you could just do so much with, like, I had so much more fine-tuned control with the kayak, right? It was super peaceful. We were going around an island, and it was just, you're hearing nature. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I could imagine.
All of a sudden, moment of silence, I hear an eagle screech. And an eagle just comes in front of me, and it swoops up a fish, like, right in front of my kayak. I was like, damn.
It does not get more American than that.
Dude, I was like, what the? That was wild. I was like, I'm just kidding. No. But yeah, it was.
I mean, that'd be breathtaking, honestly.
It was
that's
really
what you
beautiful.
see in pictures, and you saw it in person.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And I had my camera too. I didn't have time to take a photo, but I thought it was so cool. I was more so just captured by the moment.
Yep.
The other most memorable moment, polar opposite. We had to do a 3 nautical mile open water crossing.
Okay.
And we needed to get to another island, and so we're trying to get there before a storm arrives.
Okay.
And according to, like, our instructors and everything, we should still be fine. We should be arriving there by the time the storm starts.
Okay. Yes.
No, the storm started mid-course.
No.
So we're in the middle of, like, just open waters. And there are like, the size of this room type of waves coming towards us, right?
And you're just in little kayaks.
We're in little kayaks, right? And the instructors, they're like, you have to drive through them. You just have to, like, so in essence, like, this was like the kayaks and the waves were coming. We had to go through the waves, and we had to let the waves crash on us and just come out the other side.
Wow.
And so we were doing that, and it was exhilarating.
I could imagine
awesome.
Adrenaline. Yeah.
I felt like I was in a movie. It was storming. There was winds. We were getting blown off to the sides. It's insane.
Wow.
And it's scary too, just because if we got flipped over, you wouldn't automatically fall into the ocean. You're actually stuck to your kayak. Because
do kayaks come back up, or do they stay up?
Those they would stay upside down because of the body weight of us, like, holding it down, unless, like, a wave tipped it over. But yeah, no, like, we were trained beforehand, because we were trained where we would be put on the kayak, and we had this almost like waterproof skirt that we would put on that would be an elastic that would close off the hole of the kayak, so that we would have all our materials in there, like our food, our emergency stuff, and it wouldn't get wet and nasty. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
But if we ended up getting turned around, which we had to do for our training, you would just be dangling upside down.
In the water?
Yes, in the water. And you needed to unhook yourself in order to get out. So if that happened in open waters, oh my goodness.
Somebody would have a lawsuit on their hands.
But
you probably signed something that
No, we do. We had to sign a form.
If I die, you can't sue.
No, right? It was very much like, these are all the different ways that you can die. And it was like a fat document. I was like, thunder, bears, you know, fucking poisonous giant berries, rock,
dysentery. Wow.
Yeah, no,
that's crazy.
I think they've only had to call a helicopter once.
Okay,
before.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
I'm like, that's pretty
good track record.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's Alaska. I actually have a lot of stories from Alaska. But
Alaska is a frontier. Like it's
nice.
It's the. What am I trying to say? Like it's the wild. Like it is.
Oh my! You know what I do miss though? A little, not controversial because it's natural and it's the way.
If you're gonna say you like using leaves as toilet paper.
Listen, okay. Let me break it down for our audience here as to how it was that we had to go and use the restroom in Alaska. Okay.
This is real scientific education.
Yeah. No, it's true. No jokes. Like this is how it be. So since the program is very much on a leave no trace behind, environmental friendly, we didn't bring any toilet paper or anything of that sort. So if you needed to use the restroom, you needed to be very, very conscious of your bowel movements, right? Because you started to feel it ahead, right? And as soon as that happens, you go on a walk on the beach, okay? You stroll by the beach. Why? You are walking on the beach, obviously admiring the scenery, while at the same time, you're looking at the ground to find a rock that you're willing to shove up your ass. All right, listen. They're not like Arizona rocks, okay? There are these pebbles? Smooth, shiny pebbles. They're black. They're beautiful. They're lovely. They smell nice, right? So you look for a couple rocks, right? And then you find a poop buddy, right? Okay. Or a group of poop buddies, which we had to do sometimes, because there's bears. So as we're walking to find like a nice spot uphill away from our water source, so you literally had to go take a hike. We're just yelling, "Hey bear, yo bear, hey bear, yo bear," just trying to scare off any bears.
No, most definitely.
Pretty much, right? Yeah. While at the same time, you go seeking for skunk cabbage, some moss, and some snow, right?
Okay.
And you're like, whoa, what is this? See, in Alaska, when we had to use the restroom, we had combinations of our toilet paper, and I miss that.
Okay.
I miss that because you would go, you would dig a hole with a shovel, you'd pop a squat back to back with your buddy if you were that close, right?
Okay.
And, you just go about your business. And when it came to wiping, it was the best because this was my combo. This was my favorite combo. All right. If you ever end up in Alaska and you have to use a combo, use the Edam special, right? First off, you start off with some skunk cabbage, right?
Okay.
Skunk cabbage it looks like a giant spinach leaf, but it smells like weed.
That makes sense for the name then, yeah.
Two of the students there try to smoke it, actually. Fun fact. It is poisonous, but it's only if you digest it, not if you smoke it. So it's fine. And you can wipe your ass with it too, so it's chill. So we would use that for wide area of effect, right? Then you would use that pebble that you found, for like, just precision, you could really get up in there. And then... And then you'd go with the snow, right? Get yourself a little bit nice and wet, make sure that everything you're nice and clean.
Like a bidet.
Yeah, exactly. It's the natural bidet. And then you would use the moss to just dry yourself out. And it was beautiful.
So was the moss wet or was the moss dry?
The moss was dry.
The
moss was dry.
Because when you said moss, I immediately thought
wet moss? Yeah, no.
You
don't need to do
wet. Did it crumble or like?
No, it didn't crumble. It was like nice and fluffy. It was almost like cotton candy. Yeah.
Interesting.
It was quite beautiful. And you would never feel this clean before just using Charming. I'm telling you right now. Charming Ultra Soft has nothing on this. I came back home and I was like looking at the rocks and I was like, no.
What would we even use here in Arizona?
Fucking cactus.
It would be a terrible time for anybody.
If we had to, you had to use something here in Arizona, what would you use?
I'm trying to think about something that has we don't have big leaves. All of our leaves are so small.
We don't. You can't really use palm leaves either. They're kind of fucking spiky.
Yeah, scratchy. I don't know. What's maybe if you got the mesquite, the mesquite and weave them together. That'd be a lot of work.
That would be. You're just fucking.
Yeah, and then also I feel like you would be left over with little pieces of leaf on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's we don't really have anything like that here.
No, fucking pigeon feathers.
No. At that point, you just have to put your bottom in water and just hope it rinses off. But where's the water? We're in Arizona, so. Gosh, yeah.
So yeah, I do miss that. I think wiping my ass was definitely almost eye-opening in Alaska.
Okay. That is the whole world has just different ways to clean yourself after you use the restroom.
Yeah.
Europe, bidets.
Yeah, no, literally.
More commonplace. I was using toilet paper a lot in Europe, but they were you're not supposed to flush it down the toilet because it's bad.
Oh.
That's why they have bidets. Mm-hmm. There's bidets everywhere in Europe for the most part.
Did you get to use a bidet?
I did use one once.
Wow. Wow.
It was weird.
Okay.
Just because I know they say it's it makes you cleaner than if you just use toilet paper, but I didn't feel cleaner. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was also hard to situate yourself on it.
Yeah.
At least the one that was in my bathroom in the apartment I was living in. It was just weird to like, how was I supposed to use
Position
it exactly?
yourself, all that stuff.
So,
do you remember if it was like warm, cold? Was it?
you can choose.
Oh, okay.
So it's like basically the one that I had in
settings.
Yeah, the one that I had in like my apartment, it was like the bottom of it was like a regular toilet bowl. Like it looked like a regular toilet bowl. There was no water in it though. It just was a hole. There was no lid though.
Okay.
And then there was the spout, and the spout looked literally just like a sink spout. Like you could turn it to be hot or cold.
Oh, dang.
That you could adjust the nozzle though on it to like move it up or move it down. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it was interesting. Just the one time though, I was kind of like, it just wasn't worth it to me.
For sure.
But like if you'd go to the bathroom like at like a restaurant, they had a bidet in there. I was like, okay, interesting. Nice. I was like, I think that extends the amount of time. But actually, I don't know. I guess we'd have to do a study to see how long does it take for the average person to wipe versus how long does it take the average person to bidet themselves.
Yep.
So.
If you're going to use outliers like people in Alaska, I volunteer. Okay. I got all the experience of shoving rocks up my butt, you know?
All the different types of wiping throughout the world.
Yep.
Do you know, this reminds me of something like on the topic of bathrooms.
Okay.
Do you ever know like the different ways you could dry your hands after you wash them? You know, they have paper towels, they have the air dryers. Have you seen the ones that are like the cloth and they like go around in a loop? It's like
a cloth that goes around in a loop.
It looks like still a paper towel dispenser and it's hanging, but it like goes back in partially. The first time I saw one, it was in Europe. I think it was in Italy. I grabbed it and I yanked it because I thought that it was paper towels. And so I'm sitting there yanking it only to figure out that it's not supposed to come out, and I think I broke it. And I didn't tell anyone because I was like, I don't know, like, I don't have the money to pay for this, and I'm not just going to tell.
You fucking American. You always come here.
It was just weird. I was like, it's just a towel that just like goes around in a...
I'm assuming it sanitizes itself as it goes around.
I hope so. Yeah.
Damn.
There was a lot of times in Europe that I was using my shirt to dry my hands because their drying facilities were not...
I can't do like... I don't really like air dryers. I'm like, bro, that shit just gets
I hate the Dyson
everywhere.
ones worse. Like,
the ones where you have to put your hands like inside.
Because it's like I just wash my hands and I stick them in there and then my hands start getting blown and like start touching everything. I'm like, it's all nasty. Like you can look inside of those and see how nasty it is.
It doesn't taste good either.
I never... Not personal.
I'm just
okay.
I also just to confirm, you know.
I'm gonna say it. I don't care if it's bad for the environment. I 100% am pro paper towels. So, I think 1, it's the cleanest. 2,
it's the driest.
You can get as many as you need. Like, what do you think the average amount of like paper towels taken per hand wash?
How
much do you take? Like, how many do you normally take?
Shit.
We're going to expose anti-sustainability right now.
I low-key do use quite a bit, actually.
Okay.
On a regular hand wash, I'd say I'd average like 3 to 4.
Okay. That's fine. I was
like,
say 2 to 3,
the first 2 are very much for like the major soakage, right? And then the last 2 are for like the drying between like my crevices and my fingers.
I use the last to also open the door.
Yes. And the last one's to open the door because people don't know how to wash their hands. So I'm like, damn, I went through all that work only for me to just have someone else's shit in my hands.
Literally.
So thank you.
I know, seeing people leave the bathroom after, especially when they come out like, you know, they took a shit.
Yeah, especially when they're they live in what was it, D4 in fucking Arvold. God.
The way that I got so paranoid to touch the front door after that, like, you saw me. I would reach all the way up to the top to open it.
You know what? Let's tell the story. I'm down.
Let's tell the story. No names. No names. It's not going to be traced. No names. Yeah, no names.
Anyways, we had this hall in Arvold where there was... how do you even go about this?
Basically, this is from the way that you were there too. You were told, we were both told by a mutual friend of ours. He lived in the hall. He said that people would take like diarrhea. Like they would like be exploding the bathroom after eating like what was it like meat lovers Papa John's,
fucking meat love, fucking
Chick-fil-A,
meatball Subways.
And they'd blow up the bathroom, and then there wouldn't even you could hear in those bathrooms. You could hear in the bathrooms the clink clink of the toilet paper. Oh. You wouldn't even hear the clink clink of the toilet paper, and then they would just leave.
These people just left, just whole ass got up, cheeks touching, and just went back to their rooms.
Yep.
Most of them, not just a few, most of them. And
that's nasty.
That's
so gross. Like I just don't understand. Wouldn't it be itchy? Like also, wouldn't you like you just feel it? Like,
you would feel it. Your clothes, your bed.
You would smell.
Yeah, that hall smelled horrible too.
That is true. So. That is true. We had a couple of halls that smelled terrible.
That were really danky.
I would always be embarrassed if people were like, "Oh, your hall smells," and I'm like, "Damn, why?"
Yeah, I honestly smell is one of the most important things to me. Like, compliment me on how I smell. You'll have me. You'll lock me in.
It's important. It's something that a lot of people don't consider, but it's important.
I think it's one of my biggest turnoffs. Easily. That's one of the first things I notice.
Honestly, like I'll say, it indicates bad hygiene. Like,
yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, other times there can be cultural stuff. Not trying to hate on everyone.
No, for sure.
But when I know you eat Papa John's meat lovers pizza and you smell like shit, it's because you didn't wipe. Like.
Yeah. God. Wow, this whole episode has really just been about shit taking. I love it.
Poop. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I mean, it's a natural thing. Yeah. We need to bring more awareness to it.
Let's,
how does your poop look? And they have like the scale.
They have the fucking scale of different colors, sizes.
People need to know about that because honestly, it does indicate a lot about whether you're healthy or not.
I remember the first time, like, I had to, like, I was going on a diet of just, like, eating a bunch of, like, greens and, like, stuff. I forgot. I was drinking, like, some green juices, too. Okay. I was like, damn, I didn't think it'd be coming out like this. It's so green.
No.
Hey, listen, uncensored, unhinged. But, yeah.
I mean, it happens. It happens. I know, like, if you eat, like, fresh Oreos... Like fresh Oreos.
What do you mean? Like they just came out of the factory?
So by fresh, I just mean like the ones that, like if you go to like buy like Oreos right now, the ones that are on the
stand.
Yeah, they're probably like going to be older. But if you buy like promotional ones, so like when they had like didn't they have Pokemon ones just a little bit ago?
Yeah.
When Game of Thrones season 8 came out.
Yeah, okay, fresh ones. Oreos, like actual, like they're sponsored right now.
Yeah. Do you know those ones are the ones they just made? Otherwise, those ones have like turned people's poop black before.
Oh shit!
Because the dye.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Because it's so fresh. Yeah.
Whoa. That's wild.
So
that's cool.
It happens.
That's cool. Does. I wouldn't know how I feel about that though. I'm like, am I possessed right now? Is there like,
no, because
am I getting rid of my demons?
Like black poop indicates you have internal bleeding.
Yeah. So I'm just like, fuck. I was just trying to eat my Oreos.
No, it's the Oreos. They did it. They cut all inside your stomach and intestines.
R.I.P.
No, but yeah, it's interesting that the way food changes the way you poop. So I do know they have. Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna. Well, it's still a poop thing.
Okay, mine was still a poop thing.
Okay, you go first. Okay, I'll keep mine. I was gonna
talk about. I don't know what it's called, but there's this app that you can track where you go poop at.
Oh, yes.
And you like rate it. Like you rate like
your poop was. Yes.
And people can look at the reviews on all the different places that like people go poop. Yeah.
I forgot about that app. Yeah. I remember that.
I don't know what it is. Check it out if you want.
Leave a comment below if you remember what it's called.
Link to the App Store. Yeah.
So if we could get a sponsor for this episode for it, that'd be dope. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say,
I
was going to talk about the Human Centipede. Have you seen the Human Centipede?
I have not seen the movie, but I've seen when South Park makes fun of them. So I know the premise and everything. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. If you had to choose, right, you're going to be an experiment.
Okay.
On the person, the fucking crazy surgeon likes you. So he's like, you know what, Kyle? I fuck with you. But you're still going to be part of my experiment. But I'm going to let you choose. Are you going in the front, middle, or the back?
I think that if you don't say that you're going to be in the front, if you get a choice, I think that's a little weird. Because in the front, it's nobody's going into you, right?
No one's going into you, but you have someone's like lips sewn to your ass.
I feel like that's like having.
He said that's every Tuesday.
No.
He said that's tomorrow.
Having that compared to having someone diarrhea into your mouth, like I would prefer to be in the front.
I heard a recent thing of someone talking about this.
Okay.
How if you choose to be the last person, you actually, well, because the second person, right, obviously has it the worst, right?
Yeah.
Because they're going to get that first shit face, right? But then while that's happening, they're actually going to vomit, like who wouldn't vomit, right? They're going to vomit back into the first person. And then it's just going to be a back and forth of eating shit, and you just keep vomiting it until the middle person dies. So the back person won't actually have to deal with someone throwing up inside of them.
But you still have your mouth on someone.
I was going to say, but now you're going to have your ass like on your mouth on like a diseased person. Yeah. So.
Like a dead person too at that if they die. Fuck. That's a little weird. That's like necrophilia.
That's a little weird.
So,
she gonna get gooey. Maybe you'll actually get the black.
Oh my gosh. No,
anyways, okay.
No. But yeah, interesting. I know.
Sorry, folks. I hope y'all ain't eating. Hopefully, you're just like taking a shit while you're
like a warning. Like just before, yeah. It's like how hoarders like this, like viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah,
like,
I'm down. I agree.
Because it took a turn I didn't think we expected it to take. So.
It's fine. Hey, sometimes you just got to talk about shit, you know?
I mean, when they did it in South Park, it was just 3 people and nobody died.
Okay.
They were like, oh, the guy was like, what do you want to eat? He had 2 types of food.
Okay.
I can't remember what the other one was, but the one was cuttlefish.
Oh, dang.
And he ate cuttlefish. And he diarrheaed it like into Kyle's mouth in South Park. He was the one in the middle.
Of course it was Kyle. Poor Kyle.
It all has to do with like the premise of the episode was like signing the terms and conditions for Apple. And in their terms and conditions, like Apple said they can do that. And it was like talking about how nobody reads the terms and conditions and just signs.
I mean, that's so true. When was the last time you read a terms and conditions?
I actually read a terms and conditions 2 days ago.
Oh, okay, my bad. It's like you ain't gonna catch Kyle in the middle of a human centipede.
No, yeah, sometimes I don't. It depends. But I was actually just reading one the other day.
Okay, nice.
So
okay.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what it's about.
Okay.
I feel like if you have to read about it, it's something serious.
Yeah, it was just a school thing.
Oh,
it was it was like the terms and conditions of the school.
That's
so
fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was like before you say yes. And I was like, okay.
Nice. So, Kyle said yes. Cool.
I didn't say anything yet. I just read them and was like, that's interesting. Yeah.
How much money are you taking away, you know?
Yeah. Interesting times.
So that's poop, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed our little poop segment, you know. Let us know
episode at this
let
point,
let us know if you want another one. If
Yeah.
you want to get a little educated in it.
We could bring some poop experts in, I'm sure.
Yeah, we do have a couple poop instruments here. By the way, we brought a few. Where's this spoon?
A silver spoon.
We have a silver spoon. You know, for those that are more modernized and don't really have the use of pebbles.
Mm-hmm.
A little blower.
Yeah, you can put water in that. Yeah. ASMR. You know about the like types of surgery they do where they put someone else's fecal matter into someone to like make them have a healthier gut. I'm like, that's it's interesting. It's interesting that works, but I'm just like, that is nasty in my opinion.
That is super gross.
I would be mad if like
2 truths and a lie, I've pooped someone else's shit, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, but I mean, it works. Otherwise, we wouldn't use it.
They had to do that to you, right? Let's say you had to unfortunately go through that surgery because of, I don't know.
I would never talk
because
about
you
it
read the
again.
terms and conditions, right?
Yeah. I would never talk about it.
No. You have the choice to pick where the poop is coming from. Are you picking one of your friends if we offered?
Well, I mean, it depends on if, like,
stranger.
I would have to see y'all's labs. Like, I would have to see your HIPAA paperwork. So.
Yeah, we're all healthy, you know? We're all good. No internal bleeding, no Oreo dye, no
no
vomit.
worms, no worms, yeah.
Are you?
I don't know.
Are you allowing me to give you? Anyway,
yeah.
that's so fun. That's so interesting. I wonder how.
Do you have
there
to
has
sign
to be
an NDA?
donors.
You have to sign like an NDA for like the donor, like.
Maybe. But then, what if you want to like? It's a life-threatening surgery or something, and you want to thank the donor.
I think that there's isn't there liability with that? Like it has to be a certain amount of months or something, because I know I'm registered with the Be the Match, the stem cell.
Okay. Oh, cool. I had no idea.
Yeah, so I've like done the swab. My stem cells are like on file to match with somebody if they have like a certain rare type of cancer or something.
Okay.
But I heard that when it happens, maybe it's not. I heard a story that there was an individual who received stem cells from someone but couldn't find out who they were until like 6 months after.
Okay.
Or something. But also the person who gave was in the EU too. They weren't in the US. The person who received was in the US.
Okay.
So it might be an EU thing.
It could be like
not
an
a
international
US
thing. But
yeah.
now that you like mention it, it does sound like there could be like liability. Like, oh shit, some issues, some complications came up, you can't sue them. They were trying to do something nice for you. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Thing.
I mean, I got called once. And they were like, can you donate? And I was like, I can't because I'm in Europe. So, yeah, because it would have put me out, I think, for like 2 or 3 days. Because like the procedure they do, you can recover quickly, but like you have to do like prep work for it. And then you have to do the procedure. And then it takes like 12 hours to like
recover.
Yeah. Okay. And so I was like, with the schedule I had while I was in Europe, it just wouldn't have worked.
Damn.
Yeah. So I got like put on a hold list that they couldn't look at my stuff until I returned from Europe.
Okay.
So,
You're back now.
So if I ever get a call,
now you know.
Yep.
Hey, nice.
So yeah, if you want to register, I think you just go to like bethematch.com, bethematch.org. Don't quote me on that. It's a really good cause though.
ends up going on like a
4chan site.
I was gonna say like ends up going on like a dating website instead.
Be the Match. Oh my gosh.
It's Be the Match. It's a website about putting bees together.
Oh, I don't have my wallet. I would show my card, but
with all your information.
I think it just has my birthday and my name on it.
Okay. That's all I need to find you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
yeah.
My social security? No.
6? No.
No.
Anyway.
Somewhere in there. But, yeah.
At some point. I see you're rocking the little Scooby-Doo shirt. Yes. I do like it.
Thank you. It's kind of getting old. Look at it. It's like...
It's vintage,
Vintage. I just bought it this summer. Or last summer now.
You're old now, Kyle. We're old.
I know.
I don't want to be old.
It's been a year.
We're getting older.
We are getting older. I was listening to that Bob Dylan song this morning.
Which one?
The Times Are Changing. And I was like, damn, that's true.
I don't know how that song goes.
I'm not going to sing it because I don't sound like Bob Dylan. You don't want to
get copyrighted.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's copyright. We can't do that. No. So, but, I was looking at your shirt, Britain.
I'm dead. It's from Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got the little mascot there, The Wall. Very cool.
Oh, I do see The Wall. Yes, I do.
There you go. Yeah, it was.
At first, I just saw I was like, oh, Britain.
Okay. Britain. Yeah. I'm dead. I didn't know British people look like this. Like,
well, the teeth. It's not really accurate. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, but I got it at a Brit Floyd concert.
Okay.
And I went to in Phoenix. It was my first concert ever, actually. Yes. Fucking awesome. Also, one of my most memorable moments. I thought it was really cool. Okay. The light show, because there was lasers everywhere. Like, this was literally my first time ever going to something like this, and it was quite phenomenal.
Nice. Yeah. Sometimes at the little place here, the planetarium, right? They do Pink Floyd shows. They do the music and they do the show, and you just my parents went back in the 90s.
We can go sometime if you want.
Yeah, we just have to find time. I know they're still doing it because I saw one I think happened last semester.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I think that
we're gonna give y'all a bit of a shorter episode.
It's a little abrupt ending.
Yeah, but shit happens sometimes.
Yes. So
hopefully we're gonna have a lot of new stuff coming in with the podcast. A lot of improvements that I'm looking forward to. That I'm very excited about, and just
some
more stories,
taking feedback.
Yeah, of course. We've been listening to y'all's feedback, so thank you. Appreciate it. We're also very excited about our podcast episodes with our guests. So
coming up soon.
Look forward to that.
And big announcement, we are now on Spotify.
Yes,
so,
Spotify.
Took us a while.
It did. You're also probably gonna see a few episodes on Spotify before we even make the announcement. But that's just because we didn't know we were gonna be able to be on Spotify. But this is officially, in time frame wise, we were accepted to be on Spotify.
Yes.
So I'm very excited. So definitely see that, and you can also see this video here on like Spotify. So take advantage of that. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
See our hand gestures mostly.
See the wall T-shirt and the Scooby-Doo shirts, all that good stuff. So, thank you all so much for joining in to another episode of That's a Podcast.
Yes. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Monitor your poop.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to send us, don't send us anything.
Yes, please, no.
Little poop review.
That's okay.
All right. Well, have a wonderful day, y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.